Okay, hello. Hey, hope everyone's doing well. I know, a lot of traders are red this week. I know today especially smoked a lot of people, not just trading NAS, people also who trade options, people who also who also consider traditional investments, getting smoked left and right. Um, I know one of the best traders, he's down almost 13 mil just this week, and he's never people just never have seen these type of numbers, these type of markets. Everything is new, everything is in the new, so you want to take everything easy. Again, hopefully if you're watching this video, you watched my video that I made yesterday or 2 days ago. Just talking about, I'm not really interested in talking much aside from just simple trade recaps, because these are also great videos for myself. When I feel a little bit lost in my own trading career, in my own trading life, maybe when mentally I feel off, it's extremely important. Kind of like what I'm going through right now. It's important that I watch my previous videos, understand when I was hot, what exactly worked for me. So, the 17 before trading today, was on a 17-day win streak. Today kind of almost got fucked up, and it could have been horrible. Luckily, I made back my loss and plus some profits. It's tiny profit day, to be honest. But it's still bigger than. I've talked about what my break even day looks like, and that's still bigger than majority people's wins. But such it is. Whatever. Anyways, talking about today's setup. Look, I came to the markets, and I'm just showing you everything from a live and empty chart, right? So saw that we came down, came up, came down, came up, came down, came up, and I wanted to basically see it hold support over here. I also saw that we were basically holding this, came back down, when we broke it, came back up, and we had a nasty push up. So I wanted to see it hold support there, wanted to see it hold support here, wanted to see it hold support here and here. Ideally, I thought that we came up, came down, and then we had a bounce. I thought we were holding support over here as well. And then we had a nasty push up. Remember, to see support and resistance, to see that where these big move candles are going to be at market opening, you want to understand where basically all these big candles are, right? So if I just clear my chart to the left, um, you see basically this candle. Yeah, it might not be huge, but you have to kind of understand it from 51 to 108. That's just a little over 50 points, right? So it had a massive retest and push up. um, in my opinion, in my books, that works. That's a great analysis. It's just you guys have to make peace. It's not always the right call, right? So but this is a great video in the aspect of when to change your bias, as you can probably tell from title. Excuse me. um my stop loss was below, basically right here, right? It was a 15-point stop loss. Um, and what was crazy is that basically just at 628, 629, literally just a few seconds pre-market, technically still in the pre-market, we were basically already coming. We flushed 10 points below this, and that's when I was like, I gotta cut it off. I gotta cut it off, right? So, um, I got, I think it was 26 points of drawdown. Um, it was a pretty bad red, give or take. Um, and at that point, I was like, I just close it out. So sometimes the shittiest thing about trading for me is that when pre-market, my analysis is wrong, and I'm already basically about to take an L, or in this case, when I already took an L, and the market opening still hasn't occurred, right? So I already took a fucking loss before the bell. And at that point, I was just like, I really wanted to sit out, but this is why you can't always limit yourself to one trade or to two trades, right? So I think two trades is fair game. I think to say one trade a day is bullshit, to be brutally honest, because it's exactly like this. Now, I would have walked away with a massive loss. Instead, when she came back up, I saw that if we're dropping, then we're holding resistance here somewhere. And I was like, you know what? I was quick to notice 6:30, she came up, tanked, and I was like, wait a minute. I didn't want to FOMO. I didn't want to enter because of FOMO. I waited, and I was like, because she came over here. She came literally to that wick at 6:30, and 6:31 she came back up and got over there. So I mean, it was like 3 or 4 points below the top wick, and she tanked. Now I just wanted to see it basically. Now I was kind of, in a fast moment. I just wanted to see it basically break this support. Just a quick generalization, because what was resistance broke it, support. I wanted to see it break it. Um, I feel like I had great potential, but honestly, just breaking down to a 1 minute time frame just so you guys can see. I literally, as soon as I got in this and as soon as it came down here, I mean, I was already basically just sitting 42 points in profit. I had already, again, my stop loss was hit at 26. I had already basically made 16 points, 17 points of profit, and I just called it a day, right? So I didn't, and plus when she was retracing, I was just like, well, I don't want to give back, because when she was retracing, she could have easily taken away basically my profit after making back my loss, and I didn't want to do that, right? So that's how this whole week has been going. If I took a loss, and if I'm trying to try to make back some profits, try to lessen my loss, or to basically just completely wipe out my loss, I've been a little bit too patient, and that's something I've been working but on lately. But being too patient has just been doing a little bit more harm and kind of just ruining my mental health. So that's just not for me. I've never been the one to be patient, and being patient has never paid me, has never benefited me. So you have to understand yourself, have to understand what type of trading style you want, go from there. So great day. I mean, I would say, for what I wanted, it basically hit my TP. It's just um I just I just wish I was a little bit more patient. So yeah, it makes sense. Say it's 50 points on here, it's always a few points off compared to other brokers, and sometimes brokers can be a little bit more than TradingView. So it is what it is. Um, a very small day. I'm happy with how I traded. Could I have done better? To be really honest, there's just nothing I should or could beat myself up about. This is something that a lot of people would. There's a lot of people who also FOMO'd, who got fucked up, who got wrecked because of FOMO, because of, especially this massive dump. I mean, if you're not quick, you can get wrecked. So that's all I wanted to say. 7 minute video. Really happy. Peace, love, and cheers. Thank you.